Plato, undoubtedly one of the most well-known and influential philosophers of classical Greece, had once said that music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything. And really, how true is that? Music, it makes the universe feel alive. It gives our mind, our imagination wings to fly freely. And it can at times make everything seem really quite charming and happy. In fact, this is something I've alluded to in previous presentations and discussions that I've given. In fact, I've also broadened out how music can have a really strong and profound effect on us both mentally and even physically. Going along with that same idea, the NAM Foundation brought out saying that science says there are good medical reasons to play music, saying playing a musical instrument can reverse stress at the molecular level. Making music can help reduce job burnout and improve your mood. And going along with that, they follow a study done by the University of Miami, where they show that playing music increases what is known as a human growth hormone, or HGH. Now, they took a study of 130 people, following them over 2 10-week periods, and they measured the participants' level of HGH. The findings revealed that the test group who took group keyboard lessons showed significantly higher levels of HGH than the control group people who did not make music. Now, these facts, these research studies, and so much more have shown that music has a real strong and profound effect on the participant or the hearer of the music. And so if it has this effect on us, say adults or people in their late teens, then how much more effect could it have on children? We're constantly told that children are the future, which of course is true. They will lead the next generation. So how do we best prepare for that generation? We teach them. We teach them the best way that we can. We give them the skills needed. And in fact, music can help in that. We all want the best for our children as a society, and giving them music, teaching them how to play music, and having them listen to music helps them not only to develop better and quicker, but it also helps them to have fun, to build strong relationships, and to learn better. In fact, PBS.org has said that music learning supports all learning. Not that Mozart makes you smarter, but it's very integrating, stimulating pastime or activity, which is one of the reasons why it makes music such a great activity for children. But Mary Lou Risen, executive director of NAM, said that when you look at children ages 2 to 9, one of the breakthroughs in that area is music's benefit for language development, which is so important at that stage, something that we can all agree on. Now, you should really look into NAM in your free time because they really do find a lot of good research and do a lot for the development of music in schools and just in society in general. But back to my point regarding NAM, according to the Children's Music Workshop, the effect of music education on language development can be seen in the brain. There have been recent studies that have clearly identified that music training physically develops the part of the left side of the brain known to be involved with processing language, and can actually wire the brain circuits in specific ways. Linking familiar songs to new information can also help imprint information on young minds, which is why we tend to remember things clearly when you put it to a song. But the main point to grasp from that research is that music can physically alter brain activity for the better, making it easier for us to process language. Now, there's been other things that support music regarding the brain. Now, there's been research indicating that even a young person who's been musically inclined or has been taught a lot of music, their brain works differently than someone who is a non-musician. Now, there's some good neuroscience research that children involved in music have larger growth of neural activity than people not in musical training. Now, when you're a musician and you're playing an instrument, you have to be using your brain more. This so says Dr. Eric Rasmussen. When you play music, you have to use your brain in areas that you may not normally use it in order to recognize certain tunes and pitches and to use all the dexterity of your fingers or so on. No matter what instrument you may play, you have to use your brain more. And this is why it helps us to develop learning ability and also other things. In fact, PBS.org also brought out saying that research has also found a causal link between music and spatial intelligence, which means that understanding music can help children visualize various elements that should go together, like they would do when solving a math problem. So really, music makes you better at school. Going along to support that fact, a study published in 2007 by Christopher Johnson, who is a professor of music education and music therapy at the University of Kansas, revealed that students in elementary schools with superior music education programs scored around 22% higher in English and around 20% higher scores in math regarding standardized tests compared to schools with low quality music programs. Now, music can improve a person's child in learning and in other non-musical tasks, but it's not necessarily true to say that music makes one smarter, whether young or older. But PBS.org brought out this, saying that many intrinsic benefits to music education include being disciplined, learning a skill, being part of the music world, managing performance, being part of something you can be proud of, and even struggling with a less than perfect teacher. Things that every single child really needs. But going along with that, when you teach a child music, when you help them to grow in their musical abilities, there's relationships that also get bond and strengthened while they're learning and progressing. And as William Shakespeare once said, if music be the food of love, play on.